Ooh, what to buy for my dad's birthday? What to buy? Maybe this snazzy outfit. Maybe a bolt-action rifle for hunting buffalo. Perhaps a pocket watch. Ah, I think I'll get him a nice screaming horse.
Oh, hello there, camera, which I knew was there, and camera person, which I also knew was there, and audience, who will eventually watch this. We're doing something a little different in this week's episode. Yes, I've decided that what we need to really push Handful of Minutes to the front page of YouTube and get featured like crazy is to have more viewer interaction. And so, this week, I'm going to be reviewing for you, or presenting to you, I should say, really, a little item from the 1897 Sears Roebuck catalog. And then, when I presented it to you, I'm going to ask you a skill testing question that I want you to answer either through email, comments, or even, if I'm really lucky, video responses. Please, come on, video responses. Right then. The product. Yes! Brown's Vegetable Cure for Female Weakness. Now, I know you ladies with your modern 21st century sensibilities are already taking offense, but please listen to the marvelous sales pitch. It is the wonder of the age. Our special price for very large bottles, only 60 cents. And you can get 6 bottles for $3, which is not much of a deal. Anyways, the remedy is immediate in effect. It is a blessing to women in pregnancy, saves you a world of suffering, and for all kidney troubles and diseases it has no equal. For all weaknesses of the generative organs of either sex, it is a wonderful remedy. So there you go, male weakness is covered too. Women, do not suffer so. Brown's Vegetable Cure will cure you. In all female disorders, it is the greatest remedy of the age. And if you have any of the following symptoms, take this remedy at once and be cured. There are a lot of symptoms, so I'm just going to read a few and scale them up along the side here. You've got nausea, bad taste in the mouth, sore feeling in lower part of bowels, unusual discharge, impaired general health, feelings of languor, sharp pain in the region of kidney, bearing down feeling, a desire to urinate frequently, and, oh man, of course, that perennial 1800s classic, hysteria. Yeah, I'm going to talk about hysteria for a second. For those of you who don't know, hysteria was a catch-all term in the 1800s, and even a little afterwards, for pretty much anything that went wrong with a woman, and the doctor didn't know what it was. She's acting a little strange, it's probably hysteria. And yet the truly hysterical thing about hysteria was the fact that a lot of the time it was just sexual frustration. In fact, the very first vibrators were invented by doctors who were trying to treat this particular form of hysteria. Now, this treatment was about as erotic as you can imagine.
Sadie Cohen left her happy home to become an actress lady. On the stage she soon became the rage as the only real Salome baby. She came to town, her sweetheart Rose.
Ooh! There we go, Mrs. Robinson. Coming next Tuesday at 2 p.m. Actually, it's debatable about whether or not the Victorians invented the first vibrators. I mean, they definitely invented the first electric ones, which, by the way, had long, very sexy cords attached to them, I should point out. Actually, it's quite possible that Japanese fishermen's wives invented the first vibrators out of wood and with kind of like a coiled plant matter, like bamboo or something, spring inside that allowed it to do its business while the fishermen's husbands were away for weeks at a time doing their business. But enough about dildos, you guys. Jeez, bunch of perverts. Anyways, hysteria dildos, you got it, you got it. You got it. Now, this is where we get to the super mega interactive cool part, which I really want you guys to take part in, and I think will make this show insanely popular. We will conquer YouTube's front page, oh yes. So, back to those symptoms I was mentioning, which as I say are pretty much everything. Pain in breastbone, hysterics as I mentioned, temples and ears throb, a craving for unnatural food, so basically pregnancy at one point, poor appetite, heavy feeling, blah 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 blah. Here is the symptom that I want to ask you guys. What is this? Well, I want to ask you girls, I guess. What in the living hell is this? I'll tell you, every time I run this symptom by a female friend of mine, I get a completely different answer. And so, comments, video responses, go wild. Tell me what you think a dragging sensation in the groin could be. A dragging sensation in the groin. I mean, is it just like localized gravity? I don't know what it is. Whether it's a real guess or you're just coming up with a really curious and amusing possible explanation, let me know. Because The Sears robot catalog doesn't tell me. It does tell me that 6 bottles will cure any case of female weakness, though, so hurrah, hurrah, hurrah. Comments and emails, too. handfulofminutes@gmail.com. See you guys next week with a regular episode.
My guess would be localized gravity distortions brought upon by particle disturbances that are conflicting with some flatulous energy forms. Sorry about that, I was just watching a Star Trek marathon. Next Generation! Yeah, last night. I know you're with me, and full of Trekkies.
All female disorders. And you know what? There's a lot of them. Cut. Anyways, the important thing is that it allowed them to do their thing while the In fact, the very first vibrators were invented by doctors who were trying to cure women of this particular brand of hysteria. I giggled, sorry, cut.